It is a new season. Leanne Cusack's guest is here with some seasonal advice for your home. A familiar face there.
And Graham, typically Steve Barkhouse brings along a makeover. He has done that, sort of a, really extraordinary transformation of small places. You've brought along a checklist to get your home ready for fall. But we wanted to start by looking at the devastating images coming out of Florida and the Caribbean. It reminded you to talk to viewers about the flood damage here earlier in the spring,
right,
and elements that you'd still like to advise people on.
Yes, I think we had the devastation in the spring, and at the time you're worried about getting the water out and getting back to back into your home. But since then, over the last few months, people have been putting back together their basements, their homes, the areas that had been torn out. And I just want to remind everybody that that was contaminated water that was in your home. Very, very dangerous. Mold growth now is the issue. We want to make sure that it was professionally dealt with, that the materials were removed, it was dried, and it was treated before you start the DIY or you hire someone to fix up that basement.
Because your ongoing air quality is
absolutely
on that.
And we forget that because we get over the devastation and sort of back to some semblance of normalcy, and then we forget about that, and that's super important.
Well, we're glad that we touched on that. That wasn't exactly what you'd intended to cover for this segment. We have a lot of ground to cover. We're going to start with some photographs. We only have a couple of minutes, but we want to show these really great transformations. And the whole objective was what,
Well,
Steve?
it's fall, we're back to school, everything gets cluttered up, it seems, with the kids running in and out of the house. So we're looking at entryways. So this is a front entry that you can see is really tiny and small. We did a very small renovation. We took out that back wall and we created some storage under the stairs. And the next picture will show you that it opens it right up. Again, brighter colors, opening up the railing, the white with the solid wood treads really makes it look brighter and more open, but lots more storage. You can see with the mirrored closet door at the back. So we took the wall out, but added a closet. So a lot more storage in a really small space.
So that's a mirror creating the perception of depth.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is another transformation that actually is the before.
It is. It was an addition put on in the 70s for a family room. You can see the patio door right in the middle of the room. Narrow bowling alley room, nowhere to put furniture. So we changed that up, rethought the space, and they were using the back door as an entryway regularly. So we put a little half wall in there to delineate the space, added some windows, moved the door over so there's a nice clean way to come in. We've got the IKEA PAX system for closets, so very cost effective. Again, DIY, just put it in with a bulkhead. It looks like it was there forever.
And so what's great about that is that's a really simple change that made such a difference in the room. So last little makeover I think we want to share is...
Yeah, so we've got... You walked right into the kitchen and the family room, basically. You could see on the left, you were going into the family room. There was a half wall there in behind the wardrobe, but really, really cluttered. And again, you were walking right into the living space. So we just went all the way up with the wall, put in the bench, put in the uppers, left the half wall as a delineation again, and put a closet door on the right, and it just makes for a whole readily usable mudroom.
I'd like to see the after shot, kind of when the kids are all home from back to school. I would like to see a whole bunch of sneakers at that door. Okay, and this is our last image, actually, and this was a challenge.
Yeah.
This is the before.
This is the before, yeah. You came in that front door, you can see the skates and everything. There was a tiny wee closet across the way. But there was a nice porch at the front. So we closed in the front porch and made it living space and opened it up. You can see the next picture. It's wide open, and you've got places for a sitting bench and a cubby. You see the mirror doors again, it adds space, but a small, inexpensive renovation taking advantage of an existing structure.
Fantastic. We will share the rest when, actually, we are going to use the rest of the photos right now to really kind of leave you inspired. This next image.
So yeah, stepping our way up, there was no way we could reconfigure the interior of this home to get the mudroom they needed. So we put a little bump out. It's about a 5x8 addition to the home. You can see it blends in with the brick and looks really good, but the inside's fantastic. Really customized for this family. You got the cubbies, you got the boot storage, you got the bins, the overhead storage for the things that are non-season, and a window to keep the brightness. And then you walk into the home and everything's tucked away.
I think a lot of our viewers may be having storage envy right now. This is a really great segment for back to school.
Well, exactly.
When we come back, we're going to explain why Steve's brought along all of the items on the counter. And where's that handy dandy checklist? We have it here.
Right on.
We're going to help you with that. Graham, have you done everything on the list so far?
Oh yeah, always. Always ahead.